Hello everyone and welcome to the follow-up video of the video that I made maybe almost 2 weeks ago. And if you've probably noticed, I actually haven't uploaded much in that time. That is mainly because I haven't really set time aside for me to actually record. But hopefully I'll be able to change that, and I'll explain why. I now that I'm a few weeks in, I have more or less feel like I've seen what I need to do, what every class expects of me, what I need to do when, all that stuff. So I should be okay in that front. Which means I should be able to set times like today, Friday afternoon, where people are in the house, the little kids outside aren't screaming at the top of their lungs like they do every single day. All my friends are out because they have lives on a Friday, so they're not going to bother me, I think. And just generally, it should be okay for me to set aside a few hours to record, but more importantly to the schedule of said recording. I will eventually get to every game that was mentioned, so if you don't immediately hear your game, I will still get to it, so just be patient or something if that's what you're waiting for. First things first, I will continue StarCraft as the top, mainly because I don't want to put something aside that was the most recent thing I started. And it's also just been something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but just never actually did. So it is still going to go on just as well as it has been. Second, which is the game that I have here, and also I have the soundtrack playing in the background because I figured, well, why not? I have the game up, I may as well do the soundtrack, is that someone did recommend or suggest that I continue Europa, which, if there wasn't anybody who actually said anything they wanted me to continue, would actually have been the game that I was going to put up beside StarCraft. The last time I did this, I briefly did it when I was playing Spain, which is the starter nation, so everybody and their grandmother's dog has seen it, and I didn't have any of the DLC, which as you can see now I do. Not everyone, but only the ones that matter, because they're basically expansion packs. And I feel much more confident to be able to do that, but I will also play a more challenging nation. Probably not like an extremely challenging nation for the first one, because it's, as you can see, it has been a little while since I last played it, but I've also put a humongous amount of hours into it. I like to think that I'm above the par, very above average in terms of Europa. I still as hell don't know everything. Definitely ain't no Lumba, that's for sure. If you like Europa, go watch Europa on YouTube or something. He's awesome, but he just posts so bloody much it's impossible to keep up. Anyway, third game, which I'm sure a few people will be happy on, because a couple people, it was the only game I had a couple people recommend that I continue, is Septericor. For those of you unfamiliar, one of the main things about Septericor that caused me to stop it in the first place was that right as I stopped it, they managed the people who own it on Steam decided to do an update to it to put Steam trading cards on it because reasons? And not only do the Steam trading cards not even work, but that's neither here nor there, it also broke the game in terms of recording. Because there's two ways I can record with Bandicam. I can either record the zone, like I do right now, which is how I record StarCraft, or I could record a program target itself, which is exactly what I was doing with Septericor, which was fantastic because since Septericor is such an old game, it doesn't have any of the settings such as windowed mode and whatnot, and I believe the one thing I found that was a, user update for windowed mode just made it look all wonky. Yeah. So obviously I couldn't really continue. What I might end up doing is fiddling around, seeing if it's been fixed. And if not, I might try and take the saves and install Steam, install the game on a virtual PC, which is what I used when I did Original War, and record the screen like that. My only problem is that I'm not sure how that will handle, because I know even at times Original War could be a little bit funky in the fact of that, and I'm also not sure if I even still have the virtual PC on this, which I'd have to go and look up how I did it again. But I will attempt to do that, but that will be objective number 3. Lastly, the last 2 games that people wanted, Evil Dead and Vandal Hearts, will be done in that order. Obviously, they will be down on the bottom of the list from the other 3 games that I've said, but since I'm already doing 2 strategy games, I feel like Vandal Hearts should be on the bottom because it's also a strategy game, whereas Evil Dead is a third-person action game, so it's an entirely different genre from that, entirely different genre from Septericor, so it should be a-okay. I'm just not exactly sure when I'm going to get to it. I'm not sure if I'll record some of this, record Europa, then fiddle around with Septericor, record some of that, and still have enough time and energy to talk to do Evil Dead. So don't be surprised if that does not always or immediately appear. But I think that is all for now. This announcement has gone on for a hell of a lot longer than I thought it would, but oh well. Hopefully it came out okay. That is all for now. I am going to go record some StarCraft and then Europa, which I'm very excited for. Really, really, really. And I'll actually do it in Iron Man this time, so I don't... And yes, I don't... But that's all for now. Till then, see you later.